how are you?
I'm doing good.
Welcome, welcome. How is everything?
It's good, thank you.
Okay, it's still okay with you that we video this interview today?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Also, I just wanted to touch base with you about you with the confidentiality part. As you may already know, what we say here is strictly confidential.
Thank you. Yeah.
What brings you in today?
I have fear
Mhm.
of fear and anxiety together, and when I'm driving,
Oh.
because when I was little, about 9 to 10 years old, I had a car accident.
Oh my gosh,
with
which
my
year?
fam-
Do you remember the age?
Yes, about 9, about 9 years old.
Okay.
With all my family, and we had a car accident, and until now, I still remember it. It happened yesterday. I still remember it. I still have the image in front of me, and it was pretty scary. And I didn't know it that when I was young that I would ever drive a car. And now, hopefully, now I drive, but I have a fear. Now I'm driving, like I think that something will happen to me when I'm driving, or I will have an accident, or I will witness it. And so I always think the image in front of me. So what would happen? What will happen?
Can you give me more detail about the accident exactly?
So the accident.
If you
yes,
remember
yeah,
something.
I remember. And the accident was, I was with my family and we were traveling but it was a long travel,
Okay.
a long trip, and we were traveling to another country back in Africa.
Okay.
And suddenly, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I was not good with cars before at that time.
Okay.
But I don't know what happened. And I was not sleeping. I was just sitting, and the car was moving, and just I saw that the car is flipping over to the other side.
Oh my God.
So I was kind of moving this way and then flipping the other side.
Okay.
And then we did a couple flip.
Oh my God.
Well, all people inside, and hopefully nothing happened to us.
We're all fine?
Yeah, we were all fine.
Okay.
But what I remember and it stuck on me was my mom had a little baby, my sister, and she was holding on her lap. And then when we did a couple flip, and the little baby went to under the seat.
Oh my
And it
goodness.
stuck
I'm so
there.
sorry.
Stuck there.
Okay.
And when she was pulling her out, I was seeing that and was looking at how she was pulling my little sister, and that image is still stuck on me.
You must be traumatized.
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
my
I was
God.
trauma, yeah.
How many years now?
So it
Since
is
then?
how it is now 20 years and some.
Oh
over.
my God, you
Yeah,
still
I
have
yeah.
this image.
Yeah, I
of-
still have this
You remember
image, yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I do remember everything.
And what happened when you're driving now?
So now when I'm driving, I'm getting better. Before I was used to scare every time that I'm in a car. Before I didn't drive,
Okay.
I used to scare, and if it's kind of the sounds of the car, it's not good or it's not
Yeah.
right. I would say stop the car. I'll get down,
Okay.
and most of the time I was
Oh.
walking and not riding on a car or being on a car. I was always walking, and I was avoiding being in a car before. And now I'm getting better. When I drive. But I still have the kind of fear. I kind of fear of a break. I think suddenly my brain tells me something will happen if I break.
Even if you are driving?
Yeah,
or
when
somebody
I'm
else?
driving.
Oh.
Now when I am with someone and someone others
Yeah.
driving, I still have the fear, and then slow down. I always keep saying that, slow down. You're driving fast, slow down. And while I'm on a trip, if we are long trip, first I avoid all long trip. And if I am in a trip or I'm going a long distance,
Yeah.
I always don't eat and don't drink until I go the place I was going.
Because you are
I don't-
anxious about
and
this
anxious
long
and
travel?
stress. I have a post-traumatic stress, I think.
Yeah.
And so I don't drink and don't eat anything while I'm in the car until I go there. I'm always ready to something will happen. I'm always ready. I don't know what something will happen, but I know I'm always ready. I'm anxious. I'm kind of, when I'm sitting on my chair, it's kind of, I'm holding to something.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So So
Did you talk about it about your doctor, your regular provider?
I did,
Did they give you any
but I didn't
medication?
give it. No, I did. I mentioned a little bit, but I didn't give all this detail. So she didn't refer me to a counselor. But I might, right?
Yeah, you might be. And there is some. Do you do any sport or exercise or yoga? Did you try something to help you
I do exercise.
to deal with this anxiety and stress that you have?
I do it, but not most of the time.
You sometimes you do that. That
Yeah,
help?
I do.
What do you do?
So while I am on in a car,
Mhm.
so my stress is while I'm in a car.
Okay.
So while I'm in the car, to cope my stress, I do some music. I listen some music,
Okay.
but I'm still while I'm listening, it slow down my stress,
Okay.
but I still have the fears inside me. It doesn't have help that much.
It's like, can you describe for me the fear that you have? Is where it's like deep, is like
It's my,
anxious.
yes, inside the
Yeah.
it starts from my stomach.
The stomach.
It's like going straight to my brain. So it's
Okay.
all there.
It's very hard. This is sometimes for me, it's not when I'm driving, but when I'm with someone, it's like my husband when he's driving the car, sometimes I'm like that, but not like you, I'm not anxious about long travel. But sometimes I'm feeling that if there is another car, I say, just hold the brake, do the brake, and you say, I'm driving, let me drive, and I have this kind of,
Yeah.
I understand, but it's
Yeah.
not as much as you, because I didn't have any accidents
Yes.
before. But it's very, very, very difficult. I
Yeah.
can understand what you're going through.
Yeah. So I don't know how we'll cope with that. I don't know how it will stay. I don't know, maybe it will stay all my life. I don't know. But I still have kind of fear, and it's more scary. I more have this fear when I'm with my kids. When I'm driving with my kids, I have that fear. It's bigger. The fear is bigger.
Is the fear bigger when you're driving or when someone else is driving you? What do you feel? Like when
So-
you're driving, you're more scared than when somebody else is driving the car?
More when someone else is driving, someone scared than me. When I'm driving.
You're
I'm not
more
scared.
confident when you're
Well,
driving.
yeah, but still have the fear.
You still have the fear.
But yes, it's kind of, I'm confident that I will maybe do something if something happens when I'm
Yeah.
driving. But when someone else is driving, and I have the image in front of me because it was driver who was driving the car that
Yes.
was
Yes.
in it. So maybe it will be like this. I still remember how the driver was, how he looked, the driver, I still remember. So he was holding the wheels like this, and then, I don't know, the car went this. So
There is a
it's
lot of people in the car or just your family?
It was only our family. Family only. It was only me and my family.
You were doing a road trip to another
Yes, road
country?
trip. Yeah, travel to another country.
And after what you guys did, you change the car?
Oh, that's the stress. What make more traumatic was it was kind of desert that we did the accident,
Oh.
and then we stayed under a tree. We shadow under the tree, and we stayed until another car come, and then hopefully another car came. I mean, we like 5 or 6 hours after we were drinking the all food that we had it, and we stayed under the tree. And then when another car came and they said, we already full, we can only take the people who are kids or old people, we can only take it. And then they took us and they take us to the closest village to what was,
You spend
Yes,
the night
yeah.
over there?
and then we spent there, and then when they couldn't find another car who can take us all the way to our place that we were going to,
Okay.
and so they said we started up the car back,
Oh my
and
God,
they
the
started
same car?
the same car, and said there is no other options going back to your cars. And so the car, they started up the car, and the car was good driving. I don't know, it looked good, was driving. Nothing happened. This way only some crashes on the sides, on the lights was broken, but it was working, functioning. And then we get back to
The same car?
Same car.
Oh my God.
and then
The fear is double now.
that's what the trauma make the more traumatic was the car when we were in it, it was out of a brake, and we drove all the way to the place that we're working with a car that was not, the brake was not functioning
Oh my God.
without brake. That was so traumatic. I'm still remembering the driver was doing this and then this and then this.
And the brake of the car doesn't work?
There was no
It
work.
wasn't working?
Yeah, we went to the same this car all the way to the workplace that we were going without brake.
Oh my God. You guys just being lucky.
Yeah.
Did you went there safely after
We
that?
went there safely all to a place we're working with a car that doesn't have a brake.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I
I'm
still
so
remember.
sorry.
I'm still remember the place how the driver was driving the car, going this and going this.
How
and
he
going
was
this
doing
and
what
going
if
this.
there another car in front of him, if there is no brake?
So the place, I don't know. The way was empty. It's a desert and empty. It was only us was driving there.
Mm-hmm.
It was go Africa. I don't know the ways Africa is so desert,
Yeah.
desertic, and there's no cars. It's like aligned to each other.
Yeah.
So it was only ourselves, only our car. So the car was going to the mountain, and then get back to the mountain, then go
Oh
through
my
a
God.
cliff, and then get back to. So he was driving all the way this, all the way this. I still remember.
Oh my gosh. It
So
wasn't
when
safe.
that happened,
Mhm.
I avoid going on a trip. Maybe 6 years I didn't go on a trip. I stayed.
Yeah, of course.
Every time that my family travels, I would always stay at home. I said, no, I'm not traveling. I'll stay home.
And you are little too. It's so
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah. I said, well, I thought that it would be like that, the same car. We were gonna be the same car. So
You just stay home and don't go vacation with your
yeah, I
family?
never go to vacation with my
Of
family.
course, it's like, yeah. And you
What
haven't
you-
seen any counselor when you're back in your country?
No.
You guys
no.
don't?
There, people don't go most of the time with to counseling. They don't go to counseling. So I don't think going counseling, they think that crazy, you're crazy.
Okay.
So counseling, there's not functioning there, no functioning there.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't think it's gonna work or something. They don't believe on it.
They don't believe. That's the
Yeah.
thing. They don't believe. I don't know if there is counselors there, but they don't believe. Yeah.
It's very
They don't
hard.
believe. Going to someone, talk to someone, they don't believe. If I say I'm scared, they're gonna say, oh, you playing, you joking. So that's kind of. they don't-
Yeah, there's something that helped me with anxiety is like drinking green tea before maybe you travel. If you drink green tea, you relax the body and the brain, and it can help you.
Okay.
From other relief that I know is like doing yoga before going that the long trip
Yes.
and relaxing your body.
Okay.
It helps a lot.
So yeah, what I do is when says today, tomorrow we will go somewhere. I start to feel
Oh.
right instinct. So if
Yeah.
all night I don't sleep, so I prepare myself that we're gonna go a trip and then something will happen. So my fear will start there, right away, at the instant that the person said that we're going on a trip. First, I argue with them and say, why are we going? Why are we going? Can we go stay here?
Yeah.
Why are we going there? Why always why? I always argue with them, but then when I don't, and when I convince them, I don't have a choice to and stop them. I go with them, and then my fear right away triggers.
Did you ever make an appointment with a counselor, or
I
did your
didn't.
provider refer you?
No, I didn't. And haven't talked like that with my provider.
I think is that also is the remedy for anxiety or post-traumatic stress disorder. It helps to see a counselor because talking about it in detail and someone who has experience can help you go through that, and maybe you're gonna feel better. Or I don't know if there is any medication for that can help.
Okay.
But from in my point of view, like as a Muslim, we like for me I would advise you to maybe when you are in the road trip, listen to the Quran, like our religious book. Listen to that; it will help you. And before you go to that travel, pray
Yeah, the
two prayer.
meditations,
Yes,
yeah.
the meditation prayer, and just ask God to help you through this and to have a safe trip, to come back safe. I see that a lot. I lost my brother
Okay.
a few months ago now, even less than a year, and he helped me through my anxiety. I was stressed, I wasn't sleeping, and this helped me a lot because I becoming closer to God from my concept of how I see things. People are different. he helped me pass this all the difficulties or the stress or the nightmare or the fear that I have, because losing someone far away from your family is very hard.
Yeah,
And
it is.
because it's tough, and this helped me a lot.
Okay.
For myself, I would advise you to that and to see a counselor,
Okay.
because now we are not in Africa,
Yeah.
and here consulting a counselor helps you, and you can talk about it with her or with him. Just make an appointment.
Okay.
It's gonna be my second advice,
Yeah.
and try that. Try all these tips, and I think it's gonna work for you. What do you think? What do you think is better for you? The counseling? Did you believe on counseling?
I do, yeah, I do believe.
You think that counseling
Yeah, I do
works?
believe counseling, and it helps. Yeah, it looks like well now, so I believe I will go now.
You think it's gonna help you?
I think, and maybe they will have something will help me there. I will try, and I haven't talked with my provider before, and I go see my provider, but with different issues. So I
Yes,
didn't
yeah.
talk to with my
Personal.
personal, my stress and my
She didn't
mental
know yet
issues.
about your
No, she doesn't. She doesn't.
traumatic
So I have.
disorder.
So no, she doesn't with my post-traumatic stress. I haven't talked to her.
Maybe it's gonna be good if you first talk about it with your provider, and she can refer you, because I think a counselor will be a good help for you.
Okay, I will.
Saying, having counseling session and going talking about it often, and seeing someone every other week or every week, it helps a lot.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
I see some people, and I have my brother is a counselor in France, and sometimes he call me, he just talk about me, because the debt is on me, and sometimes I cry, I'm like lost, but he knows if I don't call him like a week, he calls me and just talk with me like he's my brother, but him is like counseling for him. I can see it, because I just tell him everything.
Okay.
Like I'm good. I talk to him about everything. I feel like very, very good, and to talk about it, because sometimes you just need someone to talk about it, and not with everyone. Sometimes you cannot say everything to everyone. You need someone, and my brother helped. That's why here I didn't consult a counselor, because I have my brother
Yeah.
who did that, and he called me more often, and we talk about it, and we grieve together, because he's brother too.
Yeah.
And we just sometimes we cry, both of us, on the phone, or but it helps. After
Yes.
crying, it helps. And I will tell, like, do that, and
Okay, yeah,
I think it's gonna
definitely,
help.
Definitely. Yeah, I will.
Something else is like, do you do some fitness or sport? What do you like doing, like swimming, or you like doing
Haven't
walk?
tried swimming. I haven't tried swimming, and so I do some exercise at home,
Mhm.
but I don't know if it will. It will help me coping on my stress.
Yeah, some friend, like a coworker, told me once, like, if you walk every day 30 minutes, it's gonna make you feel good for your day.
Yeah.
Like most of them, they work before work, and they do 30-minute walk before they come to work, because to have a better day. To
Okay.
start the day, they do that.
Okay.
30 minutes, even in your area, if you can. If you don't have time, maybe when you come back home, just 30 minutes for yourself, fresh air, walking alone, it helps a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
This is what I would say, would advise you, just try all this, and I think counseling will be the best thing
Yeah,
to
go
do.
to someone.
Yes, see someone, talk about it, because it's not good. Post-traumatic disorder, stress is very tough. Sometimes people, they don't want to do something, they are lazy. It's very tough. Sometimes
Yeah.
you don't sleep at
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have kids, right? You
Yeah,
have
I do.
kids?
Yeah, I do have kids.
Okay. I will just try all this I tell you,
Yeah.
and every day try to drink green tea. It's gonna help for you
Yes.
to start your day.
Okay.
I will conclude as to try to do all the things that I tell you to do. What works, maybe something will work, the other no.
Yeah,
Just
I-
try it,
Yeah, I will.
and
do.
have faith, and pray a lot. It helps.
Yes.
And that's it. And I'm so happy that you share with me today. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing your concern and everything, Ifrah. I'm so glad to see you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it looks that I'm kind of relieved right now.
Yes,
talking with
like
someone
because yeah.
that I was scared going to counselor. So now, if it is looks like this, I will definitely go see a counselor.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Alright.
I kind of relaxed and relaxed now talking with you.
Oh,
talking
I'm
with
so happy
somebody.
that at least I help you with something, and you can see now which way to go and what
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Thank you so
No,
much.
thank
Thank you so much for coming, Ifrah.